Okay, blessings, you guys. Your girl coming back in with another quick one. Some of these narcs be having, and I would say pretty much all of them, but some of them are way, way more evil than others. Be having demonic spirits that causes weird things to happen, where it actually like literally manifests into the real world. You know what I mean? And it can happen during the times that you're with them, or especially when you're done. You know, it can be things like you'll be seeing dark shadows, or all of a sudden, everything be quiet and you just hear a weird noise or weird sounds. And sometimes they are aware of it, that they even get scared sometimes. Sometimes they get scared of it, where they be like, oh no, just leave that light on. I don't want to sleep like completely dark. I can't sleep like that. Or, oh, I be hearing ringing in my ears because I forgot what you call it. Or for say tendonitis in their ear, in their ass. And never thinking anything about it. I was never thinking anything about it till I was like, yeah, them be them demons speaking. Them be them demons speaking. A lot of them have them demons speak to them, and they don't want to hear it. So they got to keep their mind occupied. They got to keep themselves occupied. They got to have a light on or some noise in the background, while they're trying to sleep, because they don't sleep that long, because the demons are never going to let them sleep. They don't get allowed to sleep because of their evilness. They don't get allowed to sleep. It's just like weird things. I remember, and you got to be careful. Let me say this. And you got to be careful who you let in your house. Whether they're just visiting, or staying over, or just staying with you for a while. And then all of a sudden strange things start to happen. And I remember having a narc in my house, and I never had a problem. I never had a problem. And I remember one day waking up, and I was going to feed the cat. I always feed her dry cat food. Wasn't going to be working with that canned cat food. One, I wasn't going to be buying all that, but it makes them stink. So I always kept the cat on a good diet. Cat had dry cat food. So I'm noticing all of these maggots like growing out of the cat food. Now that could have just been a coincidence, which I threw it off as one. And then it was just like one thing after another, weird thing after another. Something would break. A bird flew in the house. Like weird things. And I remember that I had to stay with someone, and pretty much all of them turned out to have some type of narcissistic behaviors and traits. And weird things were happening. Like you would see weird bugs and weird animals. Like the cat just came up to the porch and just died. Just fell out and died. Like, it would be like all these weird, strange bugs and snakes all around and spiders all around and whatever, and all these killer wasps all around and whatever. And then it got to the point one time I got bit or stunned by one of them, whatever it was, that I actually had to go to the hospital for it. I was like, what happened? And I'm asking the doctor. He was like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. I woke up like this. And it wasn't cute. I wouldn't be on say I woke up like this. No. And I was like, I started with my elbow hurting. It was weird because it started with my elbow hurting. And I was on the phone talking to my boy Keith. And I was just like, I don't know what's wrong. My arm hurts and it's hard to hold the phone or whatever. So I'm trying to hold down the pain. And we're talking or whatever. We're talking. And I'm just like, wow, this is just not going away and not going away. But then went from my elbow to my whole entire hand started swelling. And then I'm just like, okay, I got to go get this checked out. Doctor didn't know what stunned or bit me, but I got taken care of. Everything was okay. Then I started seeing other weird bugs and animals and reptiles and spiders and bees and flies and maggots. And I was just like, what the hell is this? Now I'm thinking, okay, I don't know where this coming from, but I was just surrounded around a whole bunch of toxic, nasty, demonic energy. And once I was away from all of that, things became normal. Lucky that God was always there. Never dismiss anything that seems weird. When you're around a weird ass person or a weird ass narc and you know something ain't right, especially when you're, leaving them or you're starting to figure it out and things are starting to be weird. The other thing, that sidebar already, be careful who food you're eating. I should have said this one before the holiday, but be careful who food you're eating, because you never know what they're doing to the food. Especially these narcs. These narcs will purposely get you sick just to keep you there, or make you think something wrong with you, or just be, it's all in your mind, nothing's wrong with you, and the whole entire time they're the ones doing something to your food. I know this sounds weird. I know it sounds extremely weird. But if you believe in the Most High and you believe in spirituality, know that anything can happen with that. That's why you always got to always stay prayed up, and always protect yourself, and always, be aware of everything and everyone that's around you. Because not all people are good people. Not at all. Pay attention to the little bitty babies. Pay attention to the animals whenever certain people come around. If the little bitty babies just don't want to be touched by them, or cry every time they come around, or the animals are growling or scratching or running or hissing, depending on what type of animal you have, that's a sign that's telling you something's wrong with that person. Something's wrong with that person. And they're never going to keep continuing to get away with it, because their time is going to be up. God's sick and tired of them. I know I'm sick and tired of them. He's sick and tired of them. But they do carry demonic spirits. They really, really, really do. And you can get hurt during that process. So I'm going to go. It wasn't going to be a long one. I'm going to go. But that's just something to think about. If anybody ever experienced it, you know. That's my video.